Hello, good evening. Happy Monday night. Hey, Katie here. I'm one of the literacy ladies, and Krista and I are here every Monday night. So glad that you are joining or maybe catching the replay later. Krista and I are the literacy ladies. We own a small business where we help inspire literacy success for parents, students, teachers, schools, and we're here every Monday night talking to parents. We want to help support you as you are helping support your learners. Elementary kids specifically, we like to give you tangible tips to get them loving learning, being successful in school in reading and writing, and also in a way that makes it easy for you parents, because we are also moms who are busy and we get that your plate is full. So here we are. It's Monday night. We're here with you to share some tangible tips, ways that you can get your kids learning and having fun this month, and in a way that is easy for you parents. All right, so I'm going to jump in right away with some tips for you, some book recommendations, and some fun things you can use in your house. And I hope you start using them right away tomorrow. That's the idea. Really easy things, and then we'll get you out of here. We're always making sure that we know your time is very valuable, so we'll be quick, give you some tips that you can use right away. Here we go. I want to share with you tonight, maybe you have seen this before. This might look familiar to some of you that have been hanging out with us here. We have monthly literacy guides that look like this for you for every single month. This is why I like to share these with you each month, to give you a little glimpse into what's inside of them, but truly because they have changed my life as a parent in making sure that I feel like I'm helping my child learn every month in a fun way, but I'm never having to think of anything, and I'm not scrolling Pinterest looking for ideas or feeling like I've got to come up with something creative to help them learn. It's already planned out. Something that Krista and I brainstormed a long time ago. There are things that we already did with our kids, but wanted it to be structured in a way that we didn't have to think about it, because who has time to think about one more thing? So this is how we both use these, and a lot of families that we know, I actually print the entire year's worth, put them inside a page protector, and then clip them on my refrigerator with a magnet, or do whatever works for you. You don't have to use a page protector. I just like to do it that way. And then I just switch every month to the one to put in the front that is the current month. It tells me every month which picture books to either throw on my Amazon cart or get from the library, some literacy activities to do with my kiddos. Again, this is designed for elementary age kiddos. It works really, really well with preschool all the way up through like third grade, because we purposely put activities on here that can be differentiated, which means you can make them a little easier or a little harder depending on what your learners are doing, which also makes it really fun if you've got siblings, because they're activities that a whole little group of siblings can do even if they're at different levels. There's also themes for every month, so you can use those to check out other library books, or as we like to use them as dinner conversations, topics. And then there are also writing prompts. So little writing prompts for your kiddos you never have to think of. Super easy. You don't have to have those like printed or anything. Honestly, I just hang the one thing on my fridge and I just glance at it when I need something for my kids to do, when I want them to be, working on something maybe while I'm cooking dinner or on a Saturday morning, so I can drink my coffee in peace just for like a minute, right? And so you can grab those writing prompts, throw them on a scrap piece of paper and put it on the table. Literacy activities are all designed to be things that hopefully you could just grab and do at home without needing to buy anything or prep very much of anything. And then, of course, books that we've handpicked that we believe are really great, valuable texts for families to share with their kids. And again, you can purchase them or you can totally just get them from the library every month. That is what we do. So I want to share a little bit about what is in the November literacy activities guide that we've got for you. And then you can just grab these activities and do them, or the book ideas I share with you, or you can grab the actual literacy guides and print those and have those ready to go. You can get them per quarter, or you can just get the whole year, which is what I like to just print the whole year one time. All the learning that I'm going to do with my kids is all set for the entire year, you guys. It's amazing. And Krista made it look cute, of course, like she always does. So I also don't mind that it's on my fridge because I think it's adorable. So here we go. I'm going to tell you a couple of things that are in the November literacy guide, and things that you can do with your kiddos at home, whatever age level they are, if they're young elementary kiddos. One of the literacy activities that's on there says to, I want to make sure I read you the words so you can see how easy it is. Write ABCs or use an alphabet page, or match letter stickers or circle stickers with letters on them to the letter on the paper. So this is, and then usually we try to include a little picture for you too, so you can see what we mean. But this is what we did for that one. We've got a bin of stickers. If you don't have letter stickers at your house, you can modify this for sure. But I've just got a bin of stickers at my house with random things in them, and I had some letter stickers. So what you can see in the little picture example is just taking a piece of paper, write all the alphabet letters on them really easily, throw it on the kitchen table, and then throw the letter stickers on the table too. And then your kiddos are busy peeling off the stickers and matching them with the letters on the paper. You can change this up based on what level of a reader writer they are. So you could write the lowercase letters on the paper and they could match uppercase stickers, or vice versa. Or maybe you don't put anything on the paper and you just throw the letter stickers on the table and tell them to build sight words. Whatever works for you. Maybe you don't have the stickers, and instead, I wish I would have grabbed some other stickers, but you could do any stickers that you have. Maybe they're not letter stickers, but you put the alphabet on the paper, and then you throw whatever stickers, random stickers you have at your house, and they're finding pictures of things that start with that letter and matching it on the paper. But essentially, you didn't have to think of this idea. You're not scrolling Pinterest and finding ideas. This is already hanging on your fridge, or you're grabbing the idea from me right now, which is cool too. And there's the idea already ready to go for you. And that's one fun one that I just grabbed really easily because my family has been doing that at our house. Another fun learning activity on there is to follow a recipe together. Gives you ideas, like as you are making or baking something in the kitchen, maybe you could write your own recipe, or maybe you could talk about family recipes as it's Thanksgiving time approaching, things like that. It's a way to show your kids authentic literacy. And so that is a really great one that could be built in to what you're already doing this November. You're already going to do some cooking or baking, or maybe you're not going to, probably like me, and Aunt Krista is going to do some baking or cooking for your family, or grandma or the other grandma. I don't do a lot of cooking at my house, if you can't tell. But you know what I mean. There are things that can really be easily slipped into the family life that you already have going on, and maybe you just hadn't thought of connecting the literacy piece before, but because you have the guide, it's going to tell you that, and so you see this on the fridge and you're like, oh yeah, when I'm going to pull out that recipe anyways, we'll talk about it. We'll look at some of the words that we know, or we'll talk about how the recipe tells us step by step what to do. And those are little ways that you're just interweaving literacy into what you're already doing, because you care about your kids and you know that you don't need me to share all the statistics with you for why literacy is so, so important. And we need to make sure that our kids are really successful readers and writers if we want them to have these really successful futures that we desire for them. So these are ways to make it tangible and easy for you families as you slip that into what you are already doing. Because I shared the recipe idea, I wanted to share this one book with you. I don't remember where we got this book. I imagine it's probably from a grandma. But it's called Mud Pie Annie, and it's adorable. It says God's Recipe for Doing Your Best, and it's written by Sue Buchanan. So it's about this adorable little story with Annie that is, making a mud pie with these really beautiful illustrations and really fun vocabulary. But I wanted to bring this one up because at the end, if you're looking at recipes together, it's filled with recipes at the end for different kinds of like mud pies, but that you can really eat, of course. So like a dirt cake and a no-bake fudge cookies, Mississippi mud cake, sand tarts, like fun little recipes. Whoops. There you go. That you can actually follow with your kids. So this would be a really fun one to throw in your Amazon cart to have around, or to grab from the library. Mud Pie Annie. And while I'm on a book run, I'm going to tell you a couple other fun November books that you might want to have out. I think I stole this idea from Krista, but we both do a little basket on our fireplace. And then whatever books we get for that month that we gather from the library, or maybe we pull them out of a bin, we just keep them in that little bin on the fireplace. And those are like the theme books of the month. It makes them fun and approachable and makes the kids want to read them because they're not always out. Maybe some of you try this with toys, right? With your kids, if you like have a toy that has been missing forever and then suddenly you find it, right? They're like, oh my goodness, and they want to play with that toy. Or if you're smart like Krista, I think she like purposely rotates out the toys to make them like more exciting because they haven't been out in a while. That sounds like too much work to me. I don't do that, but I think it's a good idea. But I do it with the books because it makes the books fun and exciting when they see the new basket of books out for the month. They want to go and see what the new books are. And I'm all about making kids excited about reading. So these are some things I took right out of my November book basket that's sitting by our fireplace. And I've got 3 different levels for you here too, depending on your levels of readers. So this one's called The Turkey Bowl. It's by Phil Bildner. And super, super cute story. Again, beautiful illustrations. I'll give you some examples here. It's about a family turkey bowl, like a family tradition. So it'd be a great story as you're talking about family traditions. Oops, I wanted to show you a picture of the turkey bowl. Things that families do every year around Thanksgiving or whatever other holidays are going on. And then it's also about, in this story, they talk about the family tradition, and then the little boy in the story is disappointed because the weather is really stormy, so his family can't all come to Thanksgiving, and he kind of has to change his attitude and be flexible and do something that's a little different from what their normal Thanksgiving routine is. And then they find like joy in that too. It's the perfect story for this year if you're having like wonderful, beautiful family traditions like always, or if you're doing something a little different from what you normally do. It has a great conversation in there for that too, and really great vocabulary. It is, you probably saw, a little bit longer. So definitely, any kiddo that how long your kids can sit. But I would say like a great first grade read. Kindergarten, maybe if they're good listeners for a little while, but really, really cute one, first, second, third grade. And then we'll go backwards. This one my kindergartner is loving. This one our neighbor gave us because our neighbors are adorable and they bring our kids gifts for silly things like Thanksgiving last year. And it's called How to Catch a Turkey. And it is, by Adam Wallace and Andy Elkertons. They wrote this one together. It says at the bottom, no turkeys were harmed in the making of this book. My 6-year-old boy thinks this is hilarious. So if that helps you as you're looking for books that fit different kiddos, you're looking for a funny Thanksgiving book, your kids are going to like this one. The illustrations are hilarious. It's about a school play that they're going to have a real turkey in. And of course, he escapes and says he doesn't want to be the Thanksgiving turkey. And he goes, on a mad dash, and they all try to catch him. And it's also a rhyming story, which is really, really good for phonemic awareness. If you're like, what is that? It basically is just a reading teacher term for something your kids need to know how to do. And you don't even have to know if you just are doing like things like reading rhyming books, right? They're just really good for your kids to hear. So How to Catch a Turkey. This one is super cute if you don't have this one already. And then, I'm throwing them at you. This one I love. This one my 2-year-old loves. Llama Llama Gives Thanks. We love the Llama Llama series, of course. It's always fun to read a series. But I will say, I think I threw this idea out before for your emergent readers or really early readers, so like your kindergartners even. Board books are a really great place for them to do some independent reading. So if you are trying to get your kids to read at home, but you notice a lot of your like picture books like this are too hard for them to read by themselves, grab your board books. And then of course you have to like make it cool so they're not like, why am I reading baby books? And tell them like they're great for us to read to babies, but once you're older and you can read yourself, they're great books for you to read on your own. So again, my 2-year-old loves it, but also a really fun book for your emergent and early readers to read on their own. So really fun. Llama Llama Gives Thanks. Great pictures, of course, and some good like fall Thanksgiving topics in there. So those are some really fun book ideas for you. If you grab the November Literacy Guide, you'll have a list of books at the top. And again, every single month we have one of these with new book ideas. literacy activities, themes, writing prompts, everything planned for you, parents, because you don't need more things to do. We get it, but throw it on your fridge. You've got ways to help support your kids with their learning that are fun, easy, already totally planned out for you. I'll put a link to that in the comments here so you can find it really easily if you're interested in checking that out, or send us some questions. And if you're not already hanging out with us in our parent Facebook group, you can find it at, you can just type in the Literacy Ladies for parents of elementary kids. We love to share lots of parent tips there. And so great place, a great group of parents and teachers to hang out together and share learning tips, ask questions. How can I help my kid with this? I'm looking for more challenging books about this, or my kiddo is struggling to, do this in school, whatever it is. There's moms and dads too, and teachers that can jump in and help support you. It's just a totally free, fun Facebook group of people that care about the kids' learning and want to help each other. So come join us on that Facebook group. If you're not already on our email list, you're going to want to get there, because we are very soon announcing news about the Literacy Camp. Krista and I co-founded the Literacy Camp many years ago, and we've got some exciting news about the Literacy Camp Summer 2022. We're going to share it with our email list first. So you can grab a spot on our email list at theliteracyladies.net, and those people will find out first about Literacy Camp Summer 2022. If you have a 1st through 3rd grader, you will not want to miss that news. It is going to be very exciting. So that is coming very soon. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Will you drop an emoji in the comments so I know that you were here? Maybe tag another parent friend that you think this would be helpful for. And I will put a link in the comments to the monthly literacy guides as well. And I will see you next Monday.